So Wisconsin allowed people starting March 22nd with certain pre-existing conditions to get the vaccine. I have asthma. Thank you, asthma. For the first time in my life, thank you, asthma. So I'm on my way to Walgreens. We made an appointment a few days ago. I say we, my wife. She organizes these things for me because I'm a disorganized, deadbeat husband. I was gonna bring my Nintendo Switch because I'm probably gonna have to wait, but I forgot to bring my Nintendo Switch. I might have to wait afterwards because of, I also have a tree nut allergy. So they might make me wait longer afterwards, even though there's really no evidence that food allergies lead to more likely having an allergic reaction to the vaccine. But Walgreens is coming up. I will update you later. That was completely unnecessary to say because got Moderna. Pretty simple. Walked in, showed them my stuff. They made me wait very little. And I went into a little booth they have. Gave me a shot. Didn't even hurt. Done. Now I gotta get a second one in several weeks. But yeah, got some coconut water too. You know, gotta stay hydrated. And yeah, that's really it. It's pretty simple. I feel fine so far. And now it's been like an hour, and I feel fine. I think it's gonna be okay. My sister said she got a little tired and had headaches. The first vaccine is probably not so bad. My parents got it. Their first vaccine wasn't so bad. Their second one, my dad had some stiff muscles for a while. My mom had a difficult night of sleep. And that was about it. Just wait now. Okay, let's just wait. Let's just wait for my immunity. Well, I got to get the second dose, but you know, let's wait until. Let's listen. Let's see if we can hear my immunity ramping up. Oh, don't hear a thing. Yeah, so that's about it. That's I don't know what I'm going to title this video. I might title it something about getting the COVID vaccine. If that's why you clicked, I think I'm done talking about it now because that's really it. You should get your vaccine though, if you can. So other thing I want to talk about is I'm listening to the book, The Infinite Game by Simon Sinek. Sinek, Sinek. He has a YouTube channel too, and just recently, I think he passed me in subscribers. Jealous. No, actually, he would be just disappointed in me if I were jealous. He preaches against that kind of thing. No, he absolutely deserves it. And he did a TED Talk or a New York Times, some kind of talk at New York Times or something about the Infinite Game. And I recently read, a while ago read his book, Start With Why, which I've talked about on here before. Which kind of changed my perspective on a lot of things. It basically, he advises businesses a lot. So looking at it from a business perspective, but it applies to many other things, many other organizations, any kind of project really. Start with why. Have a clear answer why you're doing something, a foundation to build on, which kind of seems obvious, but it's not. Like often you do things and there's no clear reason. And then that's how you get into trouble, or that's why it won't last. Whatever success you might find in the short term. There's probably exceptions you'll find anywhere along the way. But by and large, like the most major successful things that you'll find, we have people outside working on our deck right now, and one of the people working walked by and looked in the window, and now I'm like, yeah, I got a big microphone here hanging on an arm, and I'm talking to a camera. Yeah, what of it? Anyway, so now I'm reading another book of his, The Infinite Game, which it's pretty similar idea, but not exactly the same. And it's about people. There's two types of games. There's a finite game and an infinite game, and a lot of people play a finite game when they think they're playing a finite game when they're actually playing an infinite game, and that's why they lose. They're thinking about short wins. They're thinking in terms of wins. Like we can by this metric that we invented, like this many months we had the highest revenue and blah blah blah. We won. If you're just looking at the short-term wins all the time, you're probably not gonna succeed. You're probably not gonna, well, at least you're not gonna last. You might have some success, but if you're just trying to beat the competition that you currently have, you're not putting your energy into what comes next. You're not putting your energy into the future, to innovating. You're just playing the finite game right now that, you might win, but then what? Anyway, it's gotten me thinking about like what I do, and I have several ideas for, like I was kind of playing a finite game when I was getting close to 1 million subscribers. I mean, it was just a fun metric to shoot for. I didn't have any illusions that this was it. If I get here, everything's great, and my life from here on out, I don't have to do anything. I won. It was just a fun, so I did try to make a big deal out of it just because it was fun. But I know that that's not the game. But this book is forcing me to think more about a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, thinking bigger and where I want to head. Because if I don't think about that, if I just sit here and just do this and just the game seems to be on YouTube, find what works, find what gets lots of views, and do that a lot. And then the cycle continues. People find what works, they do that a lot, and then gradually that becomes less interesting and goes away, and people disappear, new people show up. Because there's no, what would you say, enduring principle or purpose to it other than I want attention and money. And then I'll figure out what happens after that. And it can work. Plenty of people are enduring or leading comfortable lives because of it. I guess I'm lately now I'm thinking more about taking what I know about YouTube and my skills and the things I've built up, the audience I built up on several things, several social medias, mostly the main Wheezy Waiter channel, but figuring out how to. I have several ideas for other YouTube channels, for other series that I think could be useful, could be good for people. But I'm always sitting here playing this finite game of trying to make the next video succeed as good as the last. And it's just sort of a cycle that I feel like eventually will not last. Eventually, I've done this before. Back in 2011 was the peak of previous style Wheezy Waiter, and then I continued doing the same thing over and over until 2018, until I kind of changed it up. And I could see that this will be the same. And I can keep doing this style of video. I can slowly evolve. I can adapt and change with the style of the times. I can always do that, and I could probably always figure out a way to sustain that. But then I'm always just sustaining that. And that seems less interesting to me than maybe having a bigger plan. Maybe a vision of something outside of YouTube, so some of the series that I have come up with that I would like to do, but I don't have a lot of time right now, are things that I think would be good for the world, that would help people. Some of them I think could just be fun. But the ones that could help people are the ones that I am more excited about. And I think about Complexly, Hank and John Green's company, and the things that they do. If you go to their website, you might know, Crash Course. I hosted on Crash Course. They have many different. They have SciShow. They have Microcosmos. They have a lot of them are science based. A lot of them are education based. I think maybe all of them are education based. Not all directly produced by John and Hank. A lot of other people involved, but they seem to have a core. It's a company with a core purpose. It seems Complexly, which seems to be to think complexly, to recognize that the world has nuance and to share it, to teach it for free to the world. And I feel like that purpose will endure. As long as they continue making the best things they can, it won't matter the channel. They'll continue. They're playing an infinite game. And that's kind of what I want to do with some of my ideas that I have, which it was a long way of kind of saying that I want to start figuring out how to maybe hire business clone to help me, corporate clone, to really try to ramp up. I don't know what it will entail. I'll probably start small, but get some help, get some people involved that know what they're doing, and start thinking in terms of a long time from now, have a grand vision of where this could go, rather than what I normally do, which is jump into a thing and then see what happens. Which forces you to play a finite game instead of an infinite game, because if I don't really have a grand plan, but I want the thing I jumped into to work, I have to grab onto whatever is working right now. And that's just a constant battle of views and tricks to pop, to go viral, or just get some attention, promotion, like all the stuff that should be secondary to what you're making. It becomes all about that stuff. And I don't like it. Anyway, The Infinite Game is a book that someone's pounding over there. They're playing a finite game with the deck that they're working on. It's a good book. I would check it out. And I don't know, at some point I'll probably start talking more about these other projects that I want to do. And I don't know, some of them will probably be series with brand new YouTube channels. Some of them will be probably on the main Wheezy Waiter channel. Some of them will be on this channel, maybe. I don't know. But I feel like if you're out there thinking you want to make YouTube videos, start a channel, have a series idea, I think that's great, and you should go for it, and don't let anything stop you from trying. But also be aware that thinking long term is useful. Which kind of requires starting with why, having your core purpose that can endure no matter what the actual content is. Like a core reason to do it, because you could have an awesome idea. A lot of people like it. You put it out there and it works. It goes viral and a lot of people like it. Then you have to deal with the then what's. And if it's just, this would be a good video, 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 you're just going to be, this could be a good videoing until you die. And eventually that will probably stop being fun. It might actually get harder. And if it gets harder and is not fun, then it'll get even harder to continue doing it. You won't want to, probably. I guess the grand point here is just have a purpose, and it being an infinite purpose. Yeah, that's my thoughts today. Feeling a little more immune. No, I'm not. I feel the same. But I hope you're doing well. If you can, get vaccinated. Get vaccinated when you can. And enjoy your Monday. Try to play infinite games. Finite games are very fun, though, too. Like, been playing Zolkin, the board game, online with some friends. That's a real fun game. Pretty finite, though. It ends every time. Okay. Bye.